Chris was talking about just sort of making sure in big moments, right? That's a good lesson for the entire group. Just is that a takeaway from the game against Colorado the other night?
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a playoff-like game. Tight checking. I thought we did a good job of wrestling a lead. To be up 2-1 with 5 minutes to go, you got to find a way to close it out, and obviously we didn't do that.
Is there?
You can't pick much of a difference between the two teams when they play 5 consecutive overtime games. Mm-hmm. However, you guys are still sort of in the chase position to become Colorado, right? Yeah. What do you think are the things? Like, what is it? Is something short of just flat out winning a cup before you can consider yourself better than them, or what has to happen, I guess?
What's the process?
You got to beat them. Obviously, that's the only way. They've like you said, it's been tight checking games. They've been close games. 5 consecutive overtime games. We look back at the playoff series, they win. It's a sweep, and they go on to win the cup. If you want to be considered better than them, you got to beat them. That's just the way it is. So hopefully, we get that opportunity.
His name is Zachary.
If you keep your current pace, you'll hit 100 assists for this on the season. There's only 3 guys who have done it thus far: Lemieux, Gretzky, and Bobby Orr. How does it make you feel to hear you could be in that kind of company?
Yeah, of course. When you're, there's a possibility to be, mentioned in the same breath as those 3. Those 3 are the best 3 to ever do it. It'd be something cool. Another kind of, I guess, statistic, but ultimately those don't really matter at the end of the day. So it's not what we're after here. It's not what I'm after. So if it happens, great. If not, it is what it is.
Just talk about these impressive numbers, but can you talk a little bit about the pressure of putting these kind of numbers year after year as a young player, because you're still young in the NHL?
Yeah, the pressure of it. I put more pressure on myself than any the media, fans, whatever, put on me. So, the pressure to perform is something that is something that I've dealt with for since I was a kid. I always put pressure on myself to be at my best, and it's no different at this level.
Sorry. Reach 50-goal mark. Beside goals, what does he bring to your line?
Yeah, what does he bring? In the room, I guess I'll start in the room. Just such a positive guy, a great guy. Brings so much energy every single day. He's just the same day in, day out. And on the ice, he's just a physical presence at the net. He's always around their net, creating havoc and banging in lots of goals and keeping pucks live on the forecheck and all that good stuff that makes makes it fun to play with.
Can we put for your line?
I think so. Yeah, of course. Had the chance to play with him now for a few years and I've enjoyed every minute of it. He's a great player. Doesn't get enough credit for how good he is, and maybe not the flashiest player you'll ever see, but just gets it done night in, night out.
Connor, how would you rate the growth of Vinny Desharnais and the fact that he became an important part of this team? How would you rate the way he developed as a player?
He's a massive part of this team. He's such a pillar back there. So solid, so hard to play against, great on the kill. Really good at breaking the puck out, making subtle little plays that people probably go unnoticed for people, but a really cool story. Obviously, he was a long shot, played in the coast, and late round pick, and probably one of the best draft picks we've had in this organization in a long time, I would say. So he's been great.
What would you say about your guys' business?
Sorry.
On Hyman, can we put him on the category of Brad Marchand, for example, now? Your point of view. It's not the same player, but on impact that he had here.
Yeah, he's got great impact. He's had a great impact in our room. Helping with the culture of the room. And obviously his on-ice game is kind of spoken for itself. You want to put him on whatever category you want. He's a great player, a great goal scorer, and just a great guy.
Looking at the practice today, it seemed tempo seemed crisp. A few of those maybe after losses this year. What would you say about this group's kind of understanding of what to bring and how to kind of self-regulate to make sure your game stays at that high level?
Yeah, you don't want losses to start to roll into the next game. It's important that you get back at it, and I think it starts in practice. It really does. I thought, as you said, we've done a good job of working in practice when our game isn't where it needs to be and working our way out of it. And I thought today, not to say that our game is in a bad place, but I thought today was a good practice.
Since Ryan McLeod has been elevated into the top 6 in recent games, do you sense he's playing with a little bit more confidence right now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, him and Fogues have both been skating so well. They seem to get lots of confidence when they're playing on that line, and why shouldn't they playing with Leo? They've had a lot of success together as a line, and it's great to see those two, especially playing with such confidence and skating so well.
Can you talk a little bit about the importance, the value of a guy like Corey Perry in this team?
Yeah, a guy that's won, a guy that's played in every single big game there is to play in. Just another calming presence in the room. Somebody that has been there. And you can ask questions to and lean on, and moments of when things can go a little bit crazy. So he's been great for our room.
One of the things that you guys maybe have to, the icing on the cake here to get over the top, a lot of them are intangibles. Does Corey Perry a shortcut to some of those?
Yeah, I mean, I think he brings a lot for our group. In the room, but on the ice as well. The edge that he plays with a little bit of gamesmanship here and there, which is, I think, a great thing. Can be annoying to play against. We know that. So, and then in the room, like I said, just a calming veteran presence that's played in every single big game there's to play in this game, and had great success in those moments. So, it's a great thing to have him on your side.